Welcome to Cartomancy Mesquite. I'm Angela. Hi, Sherry. Good to see you. Yes, you got to catch another live. Yeah, I was a couple minutes late. I thought I would try a different camera angle so that maybe y'all can see my layouts a little better. Yes, Sherry, you're going to get yours right off the top because you were here first. So here we go for the rest of August. Here. Hi, Hypnicity. How are you? Glad to see you. I got to tell you, there's been a whole lot going on around here. I'm getting a new roof. Things are starting to get busy. I'm trying this new camera angle, hoping y'all can see a little bit more or get a better look at what I do. Okay, so we got the two of spades. That's a minor quarrel. Maybe that way. Two of hearts. That's a kiss. And nine of spades. You got to fight. So you've got a lot of emotion going on, Sherry. You're going to want to fight over something. Wouldn't surprise me. I'm much the same way. That's the five of diamonds. It's a relative. You're going to lie to a relative. We do it all the time. Keep the peace. Yep. Oh, there's the nine of hearts. The wish card or the yes card. So what you're looking for the most is, yeah, the answer is yes. Your car's still in question. Okay, let's get down to this. Hi, T. Lynn. Good to see you. Put your question in the chat. Okay, I think I've got everybody else. Okay, Sherry, you've got the five of diamonds. It's a relative. You're going to lie to them about a small legal issue. You're their enemy. So I would say this is a relative that you don't get along with really well, and you're going to get a gift from them. So you're getting a gift from a relative that you don't get along with, and you're going to tell them a little white lie. This is how I read them, five at a time. You take that last card and you pick up the next four when you move to your second. Okay, Hypnicity, I got you started. That gift is going to be an unpleasant surprise, but yes, you're going to get your wish. And a kiss to boot. But your car is in question. Did you ever resolve that issue with your car, Sherry? Oh, this doesn't look real good. You got your car, then you got two kings right up next to each other. So that's going to be a man in uniform, an accident, and you're going to want to fight. So somebody maybe might hit your car or might do something with your car that you aren't happy with at all. And you're going to want to take them out, let me tell you. When that card comes up for me, that fight card, I know somebody's going down. Okay, I got hypnicity. You're waiting for final issues, fingers crossed. Absolutely, got them crossed for you. Let's see how this plays out in time. This is for the rest of August, so let's see what's going to happen. Your car came up. It may be getting resolved in this end of August. Let's wait and see how this time plays out. You shuffle a little deck. The ones that I had laid out across the table, you shuffle those. And then you take 3, and then 3, and the top 3, and you do that all the way down until you get to where you have 1 card left. Yep, the kiss and the fighter. Kiss, fight, accident, like immediately. And a relative's involved. Yeah, I'm the same way, Sherry. But you're going to get your wish about it because the wish card is right here. You got the 9 of Hearts, and then you got the man in uniform. So they're going to see it your way, whatever happens. Your car is right next to the gift, so somebody's going to give you a gift regarding your car, and you're going to tell a little white. No, okay, I'm sorry. This is the enemy. You're going to be an enemy. You're going to get a gift to do with your car, but you're going to be the enemy of the person giving it. It's like, the kind of gift that isn't really a gift. It's more a gift for them instead of you. You ain't going to be happy about that. And then you have an unpleasant surprise. That's where you're going to tell your lie. And it's about a little legal issue. It's not a big legal issue because it's too far from the man in uniform. So it's not even going to be a ticket. Okay, I got you, T. Lynn. They filed against Real Page for illegal rent gouging. Yeah, I'm glad they're doing that. Hi, Tabitha. Happy Saturday to you. Last night was not the usual hoot. We all kind of fell asleep on each other. Yep. But things went so good for us. I mean, we all had some good things in there. But yeah, Sherry, your car is still in question. It's towards the end of this reading, so if it happens, it's going to be the end of August, early September. And you're going to have this little legal dispute. It will be resolved, but you're going to get an unpleasant surprise, and it involves a little bit of legal shenanigans. You may have to file papers or something. Okay, let me see what you're saying here. I have some legal papers I need to get notarized and can't find a damn notary. Went to almost a dozen places last week, and either way, they no longer have a notary or they were on vacation. That sounds about right. You never can find one when you need it, and that's why you're so aggravated about it. I would try banks. They're your best bet. And the bigger the bank, the more likely they are to have someone on staff that does a notary. So if you have a huge bank near you, like say Bank of America, they probably have a notary on staff if it's a big one. Look for a building that's 2 stories. That's where you want to go. Hi, Vivian. How are you? And thank you for doing that for me because I forget to say it. And put your question in the comments. I'll grab it. Yeah, Sherry, it looks like your car is going to be resolved, but there's going to be a little tug and pull back and forth. But you're going to get your wish. You've got that nine of hearts in there, and it's not compromised by anything. So you're going to get your wish. Things are going to work out your way. Not in the time you want it to, but it's working out. Yeah, that is insane. Yeah, I know, Sherry, but it's a hunt. It's not a sealed deal. Or if I were you, before I go out to the banks, call them. Yep, call them, find out when they're going to be there, or if they have one on staff full time. That's how you're going to find them. Just sit there and call them and call them. Call one right after the other. Google banks with a notary. That's what I would do. Yep, that ought to take care of that. Okay, that sounded fairly decent for you. Okay, next we have hypnicity. My husband is getting his left shoulder replaced in October. Looks like your readings about a man in the hospital a couple of weeks ago. Could have met him? Yeah. Yep. Let's see this. How will his shoulder replacement surgery in October go? Okay. Let's see how I can get that. I'm going to give it a shot. When it's on somebody else, you don't get necessarily. Oh, law offices. Thank you, T. Lynn. Good idea. Yes, traveling notaries. We have one here. Yep. Yeah, that's a good idea. Try that, Sherry. Good idea. Thanks, T. Lynn. Okay, where was I? I'm losing my own self. Okay, how will Keith's shoulder replacement go? They're going to tell me how it feels on your end because I can't really read on third parties. It doesn't quite work that well. But I can ask how you're going to feel about it or how it's going to look from your end. Okay, how's the shoulder surgery going to go for hypnicity? Okay, someone's going out of town. This is the immediate energy. It's a married man, fair complected. He gives good advice. Then there's another married man. He's a generous one, and he's medium complected. So you have two men going out of town. Yeah, T. Lynn, that sounds like a good idea. Renew your home health care license and get your notary. That would be a blessing. Okay, now I got to ignore chat for a minute so I can get these out because I tend to miscount if I get distracted. This is slow enough without having to recount them. Oh my goodness, 3/8. I'm going to look up those 3/8 right now because they're sitting right there in front of me. Okay, where are you? 3 other kinds. What are you missing from this mess? There's doubles. I don't have my triples. Okay, let's go back to where I usually keep them. There we go. Okay, 3/8. It's fear. Fear of something. That doesn't really sound like you that much, so I'm going to go with it and see what we get. Okay, we've got a young man here, 20s, 30s, medium complected. Then he's going to get his wish. He's going to call or text you about it. Oh, it looks like he's getting married and he wants some money. So I think it's just maybe a relative. Usually is when they want money. He's good. Despite that, with the money, he'd be successful. He's worried about something and he wants to fight over it. And it has to do with him being out of work. So apparently he's out of work right now. From the other cards, I would say it's temporarily out of work. Then his out of work has the 3/8, which were fear, if I'm remembering correctly. Yeah, he's going to have some fear over it. You're going to have fear over it too. But this married man, the start married man, is going to help. Yeah, he's going to help with it. So I would say your fear is kind of unfounded. He's going to get a job. It's going to be fine. He'll be working. But I see nothing medical here. I think the lack of emotion here is kind of positive. If you're all worried and carrying on about something else, if something else is taking up your time and your headspace, then you're not worrying about his shoulder, and his shoulder must be fine. Yeah, he's been on L&I for years. Yep. Yeah, somebody's going to want to fight, and it has something to do with your marriage and the fear. I don't know what that means. It's your marriage, then we have somebody wants to fight, and it's not one of you two, it's somebody else wants to fight, and the fear is involved, and it has to do with the being out of work. Yeah, that's worry. That's what I thought. Somebody's very worried, and they're going to want to fight about it. But somehow in this argument, your marriage will be brought up. But he will have success, and there's money involved. I don't know how that affects your money, but he's going to have success with it. So there's success with his shoulder. Oh, Boeing's legal department. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, yeah, but you've got unfounded fear here because you've got success at the end of it all. You've got he has his wish. You're going to get a call or a text, and you're going to get your wish, and then the young man's going to be there with you at the time. So it's going to turn out all right from these cards. There's nothing about, I don't see hospital, doctors, death card, none of that. Any of that would say it's going to go south, but this is not that way. There's no cards in here to say that it'll go south. They're all looking good. There's a little bit of fear between the two of you and worry, and he's out of work. That kind of stuff is it's gonna come through. It's gonna come to fruition. It looks like it's going to be resolved soon because those all seem to be kind of one story. So I would expect it to be resolved soon from these, unless you have another issue you're fighting with. That's the only thing I can see that would, not resolve itself. Yeah, pain is a rough thing to deal with, and those of us in pain constantly are hard to deal with. Yeah, I can understand that. Okay, let's go on to our next question. Okay. Okay, T. Lynn, you're up next. I've got plenty of room for more questions. So if you all want to throw some in, we'll give it a go. You're welcome, Hypnicity. Okay. Let me pull it up here so I can read it. DOJ announced they filed antitrust suit against RealPage for legal rent gouging. When will the tenants get relief from this? I'd say it's already in the works. I think it's already in the works. I think Biden's been working on it. And the market's been working on it. Because these rentals are not filling up. They're sitting empty. The longer they sit with no rent coming in, that'll put pressure on the landlords to drop the rents. So you might want to start looking for a place that has lower rent. Okay, when will they resolve the issue? I know when I was renting apartments, I never had I didn't have idle apartments. They were filled as fast as they emptied because I kept a list of people who wanted apartments and I kept track of them. And I made sure that the repairs were done and everything else was done, and I kept them $25 below market rent. But with these raising these rents so much, I would never have raised rent like that because that's just stupid. You're going to have an empty apartment. Okay, we got you signing papers. And someone's going to the hospital. This is like immediate. And it has to do with children. Hi, Carl. Put your question in. That was the immediate energy that you've got around you. But you may want to start looking for a place because there's a lot of pressure on landlords to drop their rents, just market pressure. They don't even need law to come after them. There's no way I'd raise my rent. When I was doing it, I wouldn't have raised my rent that high. No way. Mine were full all the time. I didn't have empty sitting. And that is massive when you're thinking about the fact that I had 100 apartments to rent out. So I had 100 tenants that I took care of. Now there's someone's going to want to have a quarrel. It's a minor quarrel. Shows you being sick about something, probably about your rent increase. Has someone else worried? Someone else is worried with you. Someone else is angry about it. It's a fair married woman. She's angry about it with you. If she isn't a fair woman, she's going to be at least a earth sign. Okay. This is a company that requires corporate landlords to collude and agree exclusively on RealPage rent increases. When Arizona filed suit in April, they said 70% of the properties in Tucson were owned by corporate landlords. I was a corporate landlord, but I didn't go along with that crap. Nope, never dealt with it. The answer was just no. And I didn't have to deal with any of these online rental places, where like RealPage, like you're talking about, because word of mouth kept my places at full. Okay, Carl, I got your question. You can't afford to move? Man, that's a tough place to be in. It really is. You're going to find out something from this fair married person. They're going to be successful. And your car is in question during this. And someone's going to the hospital. So I'd say this fair person, you may find out, is going to the hospital. Your car is going to be in question. She may be looking for a ride. So that's just the little mundane juggling that goes through life. We always have those kind of things. And there's a hospital right next to the death card, which I never like. You're going to get a letter or email about it. Someone's going to want to stay in your home and they have children. So you're going to have people wanting to stay with you on top of having this rent issue. And that's kind of normal as problems go. They like to pile on each other. Let me see if I can sort this out a little more when I reshuffle. And this the death card was there with someone in the hospital. It was right next to someone wanting to stay in your home, so they may be coming home from the hospital, and it's an end of their visit to the hospital. No, it's not about you, it's somebody else. But it shows you being sick, but you can be sick and worried about what's going on. I mean, you've got enough on your hands. I'd be kind of sick about it too. There's this married woman right up front. She's going to send you an email. It's about the children in the hospital. Whether it's her or the children, I don't know. But it's going to be them, the woman with the children. Your car is going to be in question. You're going to find out what's wrong with it, and they will be successful in fixing it, whatever is wrong with your car. Okay, the death card is with your home. and a quarrel. So you're gonna have a quarrel with someone about whether you stay or go, renew your lease, whatever. There's gonna be a minor quarrel about it. And the death is like the end of one lease, the beginning of another, or you moving to another apartment. It's going to be one of those things. Okay, I got you, Sue. But the hospital is not about you, it's about this fair married woman. Your ex has been in the hospital over a month. He may be coming home. Yep. This fair married woman has something to do with it, though. You're going to hear from her, whether it's his ex wife or his girlfriend or whatever, you're going to hear about it. And your car, there's no real problem there. It's already fixed as far as the cards are concerned. Your car is in question, but it's going to be successful. I would check the oil, check the antifreeze, make sure it's full of gas, that kind of thing. Air up your tires, and that's probably all it really needs. Will he be properly diagnosed before discharge next week? Okay, that's where this end is coming in. It looks like he's coming to your home to stay. There's going to be a minor quarrel about it, but you've got success right here. So I would say it's a good possibility that he'll be properly diagnosed. Yeah, it's a good possibility. That everything else seems to be working itself out. Your car will work itself out, your apartment will work itself out. You just have to have a little faith and a little time. Keep your spirits up. Try not to worry about things. Because all of this looks like it's going to work itself out for you. Okay, let's see who we've got next. Okay. Take that one out. Put this one in. Here we go. General reading for next week. Yep. Okay, and for this week, I want y'all to think ahead and think about any questions you have about how to read. Because what I'm doing is I'm trying to teach you how to read so that you can read on the little things that go wrong here and there. So that, we can read together, we can read for each other, because sometimes you can't read your own cards right. It just won't do it for you. Yes, you already, Carl. I've only got one after you. These are working out quick today, but it's been a great week. I have slept the last 2 days. Okay, in your home, there's going to be a married older man and a young man in his 20s or 30s. He's going to be kind of like complected. But yeah, I got the money for my roof, so I've been sleeping for 2 days. I think I'm making up for lost time. Hi, Jane. How are you? Mom fell and broke her arm. You're in California. I'm going to star you for a general. You're getting a general reading, Jane. Okay, now I forgot where I am. Okay, I got to reshuffle these. I lost myself in that when I saw Jane pop in. I can imagine you're in a puddle of tears. This don't know whether its issues are medicine related or new issues. This is twice in the past year we've tried getting him help. His mother, Marcella, around him during this time has no family except her. Yeesh. That makes it rough. It really does. You and your son, T. Lynn? Yeah, gotcha. Okay, back to Carl. And let me get these shuffled this time and laid out right. Okay, for Carl. Okay, we have that married man again. We have a little bit of gossiping going on. There's always a little gossiping going on. And somebody's worried. Not you, Carl. Okay, we have you drinking around a relative. It's someone you think a lot of. You're going to be jealous of him for some reason and an enemy to what he's doing. So, something he's doing you're not real happy with. But it shows you having a drink with him or he's drinking, and one of the two of you are going to have a drink and you're going to have a chat. Then you're an enemy because somebody wants to fight. Somebody wants to fight with you over a gift you're going to get from an older man. Yep. And a married woman is involved. So, an older man, a married woman, you're going to get a gift, and somebody's going to want to fight about it. Okay, this woman is going to send you a letter, a text, or an email about her being happy. Uh, okay, now your cards are showing up like mine. It's talking about your marriage, that they're worried about your marriage. Yeah, so that's going to be your relative drinking. That's what I kind of thought, Carl, when I picked up that card. I thought that's got to be your relatives because your relative is right next to the drink. And then someone's worried about your marriage. They're going to be happy in the end of it, though, and you're going to get a letter, text, or email about it. And I don't know if you're like me, but I have no intentions of getting married. I'm not married. I'm not going to be. Oops, I need to shuffle these first. But somebody's thinking about your marriage. No relatives, but somebody very close to you, then, Carl. Close enough that you feel like they're relatives. Okay, this older man is going to give you a gift. He's wanting to fight about your marriage, and I just can't see that. But okay, it's your reading. But he's going to want to fight about a gift that he's going to give you. You're getting a gift. He's going to be happy about it in the long run. He's going to have a drink, and you're going to get a letter about this gift, about how happy he is. You're going to get a letter, text, or email. Okay. Then, yep, worried. That's what I thought. Okay. Yeah, a relative is going to be worried about something. He's going to be worried about. It's someone you think a lot of, but he's going to be worried about you. I can't see any direct object of his worry, but he's there. Then this married woman you're going to be an enemy of and jealous of for some reason. Hopefully the attorney paying you back. Yeah, that would be nice. Been there, done that, and never again. Gave in to family pressure and ignored my gut instinct. Hindsight is truly 2020. Yep, it sure is. So that's what I've got for you, Carl. Nothing real specific, except for you're getting a gift of some sort, and there's somebody around you who's going to be drinking. It's not bad because there's no doctor, no sick, no nothing. So it's not going to be like somebody gets blind drunk on you. But it looks pretty good. Okay, let's go see who else we have up here. You're welcome, Carl. The gift resonates good. I'm glad it does. Okay, Sue Toffee, you're up. Please, I am wondering. There is a big puppy. Oh no, you're not like me and every puppy claims you. Dogs claim me all the time. Day before yesterday, I had a black dachshund try to come home to my house, and I had a black cat try to come home to my house. And that's kind of normal. Just them both being black was kind of odd. Every animal on the planet thinks they should live at my house. Don't know why. Okay, big puppy. What about this big puppy? Yeah, the dog distribution system. Exactly, Jane. It's your nurturing energy. Yeah, I would probably agree with that because I take care of them. Both of my pets are rescues. I have a cat and a dog. The cat's 16, the dog is 15 now. They've been with me a long time, and neither of them were expected to live long. So goes to show what happens when they do get in the door. Yeah, Carl, I imagine cats just take a bolt toward you, and look who's walking in. Yeah, you heard us talking? Did you hear us talking? Well, we're reading cards right now, if you don't mind. Yeah, we got to read cards. Okay. Yeah, you go do something else. Oh, any other animals? Yes, I have raccoons, possums, squirrels, frogs, lizards, a hawk, an eagle, and an owl that all kind of haunt my house. Okay, it shows you ready to fight, Sue. over something with a young man, a fair complected man in his 20s or 30s, and a married man, a fair married man. It looks like a man and his son. Carl, you may come to my house and take as many as you want. They're all up for grabs. Yes, Sherry, I ended up with 8 cats one time that way. Yep. And grandkids have done that too, tried to move in. So it's not just animals. Okay, so we got a quarrel. You're going to give a gift to this fair woman, fair married woman. You're going to give a gift to her. There's going to be a minor quarrel, not a big one. I'm going to say she's drinking, and she's going to go out of town. Not a good combination. Make sure she stays put for a little while. So, and then there's this fair girl. She's going to go out of town, and this fair girl is with children. You're going to get your wish about them, the fair girl and the children. And then this fair young man is involved. Yes, Sherry, you can't keep them all. Yep, you can't keep them all. You're going to get your wish, though, about all of this mess with the fair woman and the fair young man. You're going to get a wish with all their goings on. The fair young man, you're going to have a party, something to do with him. But you've got someone who doesn't want this party, who's not cool with it. And someone's going to ask you to sign papers. It looks like this fair married man. He generally has good advice. But my general answer for should you sign papers when somebody asks you to? Oh, hell no. Just the standard no. You don't sign papers for somebody else. If it's something for you, you sign them. If it's not, nope. My mother and my sisters and brothers all burned up my credit, so I had to start from scratch when I left home because I had a horrible credit score because of them. Yeah, Carl, you're right. She does have great neighbors. Okay, that signing papers is coming up nearly immediately. If you hadn't heard about it already, I'd be surprised. But if you haven't, it'll come up right quick. Yep. So this is your reading. Someone's going to ask you to sign like immediately. They're your enemy. It's the fair young man and the fair older married man. Don't do it. The married woman is going to have a party, and you're going to get your wish at that party. Whatever is happening around this party, you're going to come out on top. Okay, T. Lynn, I got you. But you have a party coming up with this fair married woman, and you are going to get your way about it. I don't know what's going on. And here, someone is out of town. You're going to send them a gift, but they're going to want to have a small quarrel. They're in a small quarrel about something. Yes, Sherry, that wouldn't be normal in most apartments. But there's going to be a quarrel when someone's out of town and they send you a gift. There's going to be minor quarrel. And then this has you drinking, having a drink with a fair girl. You know, she could be a teenager, but she has kids. Teenager, 20, early 20s. She could, you could be having a drink about that, or she could be the one having a drink about that. But that's a little ways off. You've got that coming up. And really, these cards are not bad. So I'd say enjoy, but don't sign those papers because it's not anybody that's really your friend. You already signed. Sorry to hear about that. I hope it turns out for the good because somebody's an enemy who was involved. They're they're not going to be real nice about it. So just watch your back and watch your step. Let's see. Jane says my mom fell in the backyard. She laid there yelling for help for 20 minutes. It's really bad. I'm the only daughter who stepped up. Yeah, that happens, Jane. But your mother's happy that you're there. She really is. You're a great relief to her. Give her hugs. Yep. And T. Lynn says X destroyed credit, worked to build it. Then he refused to pay his bills at the divorce. So judge told me he wouldn't finance finalize my divorce unless I agreed to joint bankruptcy. Oh, good God. I'm sorry about that, T. Lynn. That's awful. Yep. Okay, let's see who I got next here. Okay. Okay, yeah, I'm going to do a general reading on that, on how it's going to go with you and your mom in California. Yeah, this is one thing I probably should show you how to do. In between readings, I thump on the cards like this to clear the energy in the cards from the last reading. Yeah, T. Lynn, I had an ex that tried to destroy my credit. It didn't work for him. I pressed charges. You're welcome, Jane. Happy to do it. Okay. Okay, you're going to be around water. There's going to be a medium complected young man, 20s, 30ish. Hi, Andrea. Good to see you. And then there's going to be a older married man, fair complected around. Good Lord, did this time go that fast? Did that wrong, but just caught myself. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3. There we go. I didn't realize how fast this went. Time disappears when I'm reading. It's just not a thing. Andrea, you missed some news earlier, and I still got them. Didn't get them right. Okay, I got to start over. Jane, my brain is just going. Hi, Pamela. I'll put you in here, Pamela, and see how I feel by the time I get down there. So, Jane, Jane and her mom, I think it's going to go. Okay, somebody's going to get their wish, and you're going to get a gift from a fair married woman. Okay, Jane, you've got a small legal issue. You're going to be sick about it for some reason. Someone's going to ask you to sign papers, and they're going to get their wish. And it has to do with children. I don't know what it has to do with children. It may be your mother's children, you know. I don't see a relative card here yet, but when I reshuffle them, I'll see what I can dig out of that. But someone's going to be signing papers or ask you to sign papers, possibly. They're going to get their wish. It has to do with children. And you're going to be sick about that little legal issue. Okay. You're going to get a call, a letter, or email about these children. Someone's having surgery. That's going to be in that email. And they're in their own home or someone else's home. And it's because of an accident. That's probably your mother. Okay, there you go. Someone's going to be out of town because of this accident. There's going to be a fair older man with good advice. He'll be around. Someone's going to be happy about it. And it's this married, light complected woman. And that's where just a overview right now. Let me shuffle them and lay them out in my timing schedule and see how it's going to go. Okay, the children are the first thing coming up. You're going to be sick about the situation, but someone's going to have to sign papers or you're going to be asked to sign. They're going to get their wish. Um, I would say it probably has to do with your siblings. There's a small legal issue, but somebody's going to be happy about the outcome. Yeah, that's out of town, and it's all this is going to take place when you're out of town. There's an accident with a fair older man in someone else's home. You're going to hear about that. It's going to require surgery. You're going to get a call or a text about that. And a married woman is involved, a fair married woman. So that's how it's going to play out. It'll be the children are the first thing right up off the bat. That's going to be the first subject of conversation. Andrea, you're still stuck to your phone? Oh, what are we going to do? Yeah, that's coming right up about the children, and somebody's going to get their wish. There's going to be a sign of papers. You're going to be kind of sick about it. There's probably going to be a little bit of tug back and forth. And then someone's out of town. They're going to be happy about how a legal issue plays out. That could even be you. There's an accident with the fair married man, the fair unmarried man, and it's going to be in someone else's home. There's going to be a surgery involving a fair married woman, and you're going to get a call or a text about it. Some of this has probably already happened. From the sound of it, it probably has already happened. She may be getting, your mother may be getting, since the children are here, maybe getting pressure to change her will or just to say what's in her will. Tell her don't say a word and do what she wants. Because there was that minor legal issue in there. So watch out for her there. Just be kind of protective because people like to take advantage when somebody's having problems. Okay, Jane. Now I have T. Lynn and then Pamela Batchelor. A message from your ex-mother-in-law, Marcella. Her children scattered from Hawaii, I think, to New England, but occasionally feel her presence. Okay, it's more like a mediumship message from your mother-in-law. Okay, I'm going to lay these out a little different for that one. Absolutely, T. Lynn. Yep. Okay, mediumship message. What I'm going to do is lay down 5 cards for a message and see what she says. Okay, someone's going to find out. Someone's going to find out and they're worried about it, whatever they're going to find out. But you're going to be successful because of it. So it's something they're looking for themselves. That you're going to get your way about it. Okay, Jane says, okay, thank you, Angela. That makes so much sense. My mom has 3 daughters. One of my sisters is being deceitful. It tracks. Yeah. Protect her from that one. Okay, she says there's this fair young man, 20s, 30ish. You're going to be out of town. It's someone you think a lot of, and they're going to shed tears about a love affair. So somebody's going to be confessing, and that's your message. She's telling you that somebody's having a love affair, and there's going to be some confession here. It'll be when you go out of town. You might even see this person when you go out of town. And I would say it's a relative because we're reading for on a relative's message. Oh my goodness, Andrea, one more month I would die. That would drive me crazy. But that's your message, and it seems fairly decent. I mean, I don't see any death card or anything here. It's a pretty nice message. You out of town with someone you think a lot of. They're going to shed tears about a love affair. Maybe they broke up or something. Okay, I got you, Sue. I got that one. Yep. So that's the message I got. She wants to tell you what's going on. Somebody's having a love affair and they're going to confess it when you go out of town. So that's a pretty direct message, actually. Okay, T. Lynn, I'm going to go on to Pamela Batchelor. And yeah, I got to tell you, I have been asleep for 2 days. I finally got the money for my new roof from my insurance company. I first filed my claim in 2018. I finally said the magic words. I've got a lawyer. And suddenly they gave me an open ended. Yeah, Andrew, you do have to do that. Okay. Okay, we're going to, Pamela, I'm just going to do your general on you and your shadow. Okay, you're going to hear from someone you haven't seen in years, but there's going to be additional years apart. There's a minor quarrel, and you're going to find out about it. And they're going to find out something they didn't know, which may end that quarrel pretty quick. Oh, you've got some nice cards here. Someone's going to get their wish, but you're going to be successful through that. It's a little legal issue having to do with money. And it involves a widowed woman. So it may be like an inheritance or something, or you may have, you could have been in a car wreck with a widow or something, but it has to do with money. Someone else is getting their wish, and you're going to be successful because of it in that little legal issue that's going to give you money from a widow. Now, this widow and a fair young man in his 20s or 30s are going to be at a party. It looks like a party you're going to have, but they're going to have a minor quarrel during at that party. The woman and the fair young man, and then a darker complected young man in his 20s or 30s is going to chime in, and that's going to kind of end things. And this young man is going to be there with a fair, unmarried older man who's kind of stubborn, but he's going to bring a pleasant surprise. And that's going to be in someone else's home. And y'all are going to find out something there. There's news there. I can't see what it is right at the moment. Let me lay these back out. Yeah, she's going to a party. Oh, I like that, Andrea. Yeah, T. Lynn, that happens. And usually what happens is when your cards make absolutely no sense, things just fall in your lap that you never expected. But the cards look really good. You've got some good stuff coming. Okay, you're successful and you're going to get a pleasant surprise from this widow and this fair older man. You're going to be successful because of what they do, and it's coming up real quick. Yep. And then there's this minor quarrel with this dark young man. He's going to find out something, and it's something he really isn't going to make him happy. But you're going to be at a party, money and a small legal problem is involved. Then you got the two red tens. I got to know what they are. Oh, someone's looking to board in your home. That's what this is all about. And it's this fair young boy in his 20s or 30s. But this is a massive reading. So things are going to fall out of the sky on you. They're going to come out of left field, is the general saying. It's going to be kind of strange. So look for good things, but strange things coming your way. Yep, that's all I can tell you. Just listen to it again, write, take down little notes, and watch how things fall out, and then tell me, let me know what happens. Yep, because this is a strange reading. I can't make any more sense out of it than that. You've got a lot of little things coming. Okay, then we got one more from Sue Toffee, and I think we'll call it a day after that. Okay, good, Pamela. Okay, Sue, let me dig out the question cards. I'm going to ask about your cats. Two of clubs, where are you hiding? There we go. Okay, will the cats be okay? Will the cats be okay? You're welcome, Pamela. Yeah, I do, Jane. Yeah, I do. And I really appreciate y'all. I do. This is a lot of fun for me. It really picks my energy up, makes me feel good. Okay, how are these cats going to do? Are the cats going to be okay? Are the cats going to be okay? Okay, there's happiness. Someone's out of town. And there's a marriage coming up. That's just the immediate energy around you. So the cat's going to be okay. Oh, yeah. But somebody's going to want to borrow money to take care of them. Yeah, you're going to, somebody's going to call you to sign papers. It's okay. They're going to want to borrow money. They're going to be happy. But the cats are going to be absolutely okay. Oh, Andrea, thank you. That's very nice of you. I appreciate that. But yes, but somebody's going to want to borrow money for them. And if you're anything like me, you're going to lend it to them. So the cats are going to be all right. Well, that's all I got for today. I got to admit, I'm kind of running out of steam, but then It's been since 2018. I've been fighting for my roof and I finally got it. I think that's why I'm so tired. I've been sleeping for 2 days and I'm going to sleep for two more, I think. And as usual, this is for entertainment purposes only. Like, share, and subscribe. And love you guys. I got a surprise coming up for you soon. Thanks. Bye bye. See you next week.